Hi, this is Ned from Mountain Education. Taken here again at Harts Pass, Washington, northern Washington, where some of you may be starting your Pacific Crest Trail thru hike. This view, southbound. You've already seen some other videos of the PCT northbound. Just want to point out to you, considering it's June 16th, lots of snow, guys. You put this snow, not steep here, but as you go south further, especially like around Tatya Peak, heading toward Cutthroat Pass, dropping down to Rainy Pass, very steep, very steep. You thought Forester Pass was considered steep? No. This is worse. If you should slide, the run out at the bottom of any slip and fall in this area is going to mean a collision into a rock or tree, most likely tree, because there's a lot of trees up here, unless you're above timberline. And then you may, because of its exposed aspect of the hill, may have actually visible trail. The snow is worse than the trees. Right now it's between 1 and 5 feet deep, but put on a slope, very dangerous. So I just want to tell you, keep calling Methow Ranger District, keep calling the Trail Angels up here in Mazama, Winthrop, Angela Dinsmore down in Bering off of Stevens Pass. Find out how much snow is still on the trail. As soon as this road to Harts Pass can be opened, miners in this area want to get to their mines and start working, so they'll punch through the snowbanks to get vehicles up here, way before the Forest Service will really say it's officially open. So chances are you'll be able to walk the 10 miles if the gate's closed up to Harts, or hey, wow, great, you'll be able to come all the way up because the miners have opened up the road. Then you'll find exactly how much snow is here. But then so will the Trail Angels. They're going to check periodically for everybody to give us an idea of what the conditions are like, because everybody has no idea. They'll post it somehow for everyone to know, PCTL, Facebook, whatever. And then you can figure out when to start your thru hike. But keep in mind, the locals who are here all the time will tell you July 4th is the earliest we'll get Harts Pass open. It's the earliest you really should consider having safe passage on these steep trails. These trails are so steep, the slopes are akin to the south side of Forester, the south side of Mather, which if you look on your topos and pay attention, the contour lines on your topo, the closer together, the steeper the slope. So go look at Forester, PCT Trail Guidebook, whatever, half miles maps, look at how close those contour lines are, and then look at these traverses on Jim Peak, on Three Fools Peak, on Powder Peak between Rock and Woody Passes. And you'll see almost as steep, if not steeper than Forester. And that, many people know as a wall. So you don't want to be traversing that. Not good, not safe. So we offer these courses to come up here and keep you and teach you how to deal with the snow, should there be any. Because you've got to learn, as you've seen in some other videos we just shot a little bit ago, how to deal with going up and down snowbanks, and how certainly to avoid them by walking along the dirt on the side. But guys, your feet are going to be in snow all day, if not a good part of the day. If you go later after July 4th, the better. Your deadline is to get through the Sierras before the powder snow falls, because it's powder snow that will stop you in your tracks. Whether you're northbound and you hit it here, like happened last year, the end of September, when this area got up to 9 feet of snow in a very short couple days. A lot of thru hikers are in the area, and there are many search and rescue missions to get them out. You don't want to have that happen to you. You're so close to the border, you can taste it, you want it, you've worked 4-5 months to get here, and you're stopped by a wall of powder. Therefore, southbound, get through the Sierras before the powder flies, usually around Halloween. Then it'll stop and you'll have an Indian summer for a little while. So Thanksgiving then becomes the deadline to get through. But realistically, we can have snow from Halloween on in Tahoe south to Kennedy Meadows. So get from here to there fast enough to clear the Sierras, drop down into the Mojave. If you start around July 4th, even as late as August 1st, you can have great trail up here, cruise through Oregon, get down into the Sierras, and you're going to be a hiking machine doing maybe your 25s, maybe 30s, whatever you feel like you have to do to get through the Sierras. But don't start out up here in these conditions where your next step could be your last step. So call the ranger stations, call the trail angels, find out who was last up here. They were able to come up here because the miners got the road open enough to get a four-wheel drive in, say, and they can tell you, ah, heck, man, there's still 40 inches of snow. Don't go. Because even when, and you'll see in a minute another video I'll shoot, even when Harts Pass is relatively snow-free on the road, this is what you're seeing in the backcountry. And if you think this is minor, north of here, there's more snow. So our advice, wait. If you're southbound, wait until you get the green light that the trail is largely open. Largely meaning it's almost all dry trail except for drifts occasionally across the trail. Remember from the last video, even a drift can cause a slip and fall, and when it's that steep, like 40 degrees, done. Unless you hit a tree and stop or self-arrest. Keep in mind, when it's that steep, you get going really fast. And unless you land just right and you can go to the pick, as we teach in self-arrest, you're going to be accelerating really quick, really fast. You're going to be tumbling, and you're going to hit something or gain so much speed then it's going to be forget it. So come up here when the trail's clear, but be very careful on just the, even on the little snow drifts that cover the trail. Don't even slip there. Okay, I'm going to show you another video of just the Harts Pass guard station area. Do a little 360 so you can see really what that looks like, because there's a little campground there. The caretaker of the guard station is a volunteer. They usually come in after the 4th of July. So if you think that you're going to start in June up to the 4th of July, there may be nobody here. So just keep that in mind. And as far as a place to cache food, because you're going 3 days north of the border and you're coming back and you don't want to carry all of that, there's really no good place to hide food. Yeah, there's bears, there's elk, there's wolves, there's wolverines, there's all kinds of wildlife that can get into your food. So we had great success just hanging it up in a tree. We weren't gone for very long in our run to the border and back. So that might be a viable choice for you. Here's the next video.